Filters. 5.4. Filters, filter separators, and relaxation chambers. 5.4.1. Scope. The section provides general product information about the filter separators, relaxation chambers, describe common and organizational level maintenance troubleshooting associated with the equipment. It is intended to use in conjunction detailed technical information manuals, operating instruction, recommendation, guidance for the following subsections should be used in the basis for maintenance and plan tailored to these items at your installation. Additional information pertaining to the filters and filter separators, relaxation chambers can be found in the following references: Military Handbook 1022, Petroleum Fuel Facilities, Navy Air 606-5502, Aircraft Refueling of Shore Activities, Navy FAC NFGS 11301, Pack Gravity Oil Water Separator, and Mil Spec 1L M81380, Monitor Contamination Fuel Dispensing System, Military Specs M5F8901, Filter Separated Liquidated Fuel and Filter Colliser Filament Fluid Pressure Inspection Requirements, Testing Procedure 542. Filter separator. The filter separators are filter special elements capable of removing solid separation and removing water. Filter separators are used in truck fill stands and mobile refilling equipment. Most fixed hydrant filling systems are portable fueling systems, except for non-corrosive piping fittings are used. They are most located in bulk receipt delivery lines and storage tanks that discharge the storage tanks and service tanks between the storage tanks and service tanks and circulating the lines and service tanks. That's the point of the final description. 5421 description. The filter separators contain the cylindrical element of this causes very small drops of free water to join together into drops that large enough settled out. The process called the coalescing. The same element of the coalescing also the filters out of all various finely solid metal. Out of very finest solid material. One of the stages of filter separators also in large drops of water to settle through the gravity after one pass through the coalescing element. The two-stage filter separators containing the second elements of the filter called the separate elements, or the separator elements, that allow the fuel to pass through the water drops while filtering out the solid matter. Filter separators may be equipped any or all the following equipment as illustrated in 542: air eliminator, pressure relief valve, differential pressure group, liquid level sight, glass cover lifter. Here you see I'm going to back out of this. You see horizontal filter separation of the principal accessories. You see one coalescing element at the top of the tank, and strainer to the far left. You see a 2. You will see the strainer with 100 mesh screens. 3. You see a differential and pressure gauge. 4. You'll see a select valve. 5. We move over to the pressure valve. You see a 5 and a high auxiliary control auxiliary. 6. You see the water slug shut off valve. 7. You see the debris blowdown. 8. You see the pilot valve drain turbine, or the pilot valve drain tubing. 9. You see the pilot valve supply tubing. 10. The high level discharge control valve tubing. 12. You see pilot valve assembly, power control, water drain, valve control tubing. 14. Visible flow gauge. 15 visible flow gauge. 16 the T. 17 the automatic drain valve. 18 the strainer with 20 mesh screens. 19 gauge valve. 20 flow. 21 liquid level sight gas. 22 gate valve. Figure 541 horizontal filter separator principal accessories. Here you see a figure 542 vertical filter separator and principal accessories. You see the air at the top. You will see the air outlet. To the left you see the pressure release valve. To the right of that you'll see the air eliminators. Then you see the cover bolts, and then down to the cover hinge and to the cover lifter. Through the differential, the pressure gauge, which has 3-way valve and an upstream. Below these in a downstream. On the right hand side of the vertical filter separator, you'll find a pilot control valve with a water shut-off valve to a discharge rate of the flow with a rate of the flow control pilot and accelerator valve and an orifice valve, and then it's held together on a standing feet to the well, then before the rod comes out, its exit underneath the very bottom. We'll go back up to the left where just beneath the differential pressure valve. You'll see the liquid level sight glass, the flush out of the connection drain of the atmospheric drain to atmospheric automatic water drain valve is in the line where it starts from the 1-inch water discharge. The slope train is the visible flow to the automatic water drain off, which has, and then to the sediment strainer inlet flange valve, and to two manual block valves, and under the differential under the vertical filter separator principal accessories. The automatic water drain valve, explosion proof electrical heaters, tracers and water sumps and water drain piping, water select shut off valve, and rate of flow control volt. 5422 maintenance manual drains and unfiltered separation should be regularly opened until clean and bright water-free sample of the fuel is obtained. The filter elements have the lifespan of about 3 years because require earlier replacement if only the following conditions occur. If one of the following conditions occur: the pressure drop across the filter elements exceeds 20 psi. The combined pressure drop across filter elements system monitor elements exceeds 25 psi. The filter separator graphic plot turns downward, indicating rupture. The filter separator graphic plot fails to increase the after extended the period, indicating either rupture elements and proper installation. During the filter element changes, the second stage of the water separates and elements. The see figure 543 should be tested for the eligible repel water. The elements wets and rather the repel water and beads. It should be washed in water, wash it with warm water and through rinse and testing again. It goes through what's known as the Haypack water separator, the 543 Haypack water separator. The Haypack water separator were originally adapted from the other applications using removing large elements of water and dirt from light fuels, aviation gas, and the active agent is separated for the use of filter packs of the Haystraw Excelsior made from wood and fiber. They are not good at modern multi-element filter separators. Approved for substitute of filter separators. The Navy jet fuel system and additional replacement filters packs and becoming increasingly difficult to obtain. Kits and available to convert some of these multiple element filter separators. Maintenance of the Haypack separator consists of replacing the filter fiber packs within the fuel capability of visual deteriorate fuel flow slow. Back pressure increases as the supply pack is reduced. Maintenance personnel should be investigating the separator into the multi-element filter separator. Here is what we call a vertical two-stage filter separator type section of the flow diagram. You see it has the left and the two sides, and it starts as an air eliminator with a ball float over a removal cover wing nut, and then down to the right hand side in an air eliminator ball float, a removal cover, and a baffle. To the right, you'll find a cartridge yoke, an O-ring, a separator element, a side glass valve, a side glass, and to the right, you'll find a wing nut, wing bolts, case assembled, coil and seal element, cartridge support rod, going from an inlet through the two ring separators and an outlet. There is the hard hydrocarbon consolidated water runs through the system into hydrocarbons water, and then comes out water and then clean dry hydrocarbons. 4.4 fuel quality monitors. For fuel quality monitors are usually installed downstream of the filter separators near the point of final discharge, such as truck fill stand and hose cart and refueler's loading station of the aircraft refilling station. These are filters and special elements designed to reduce, eventually stopping the flow of the fuel of the amount of the contaminants, either solid waters exceeding the acceptable limits. 5.4.4.1 description. The fuel quality monitors containing the filter elements consisting of the cylindrical staff of the disc elements of small clearance between the discs. See figure 5.4.4. The fuel flows outside of the small passage in the hollow center of the solid contaminants collecting in the passage of the pressure differential increases. The filter elements is designed so that the increase in the pressure of the differential causes passage of the disc to close and shut off the valve. When the disc is open, exposed to the water, they swell and then close the passage, reduced to stop the flow. 5.4.4.2 the maintenance. The fuel quality monitors in the manual described. The manual drain should be regularly opened until clean, bright, water-free sample of the fuel is obtained. The monitor elements have the lifespan of 3 years because of the earlier requirements of one of the following conditions. The pressure drops in monitor exceeds 20%. The pressure drop excess monitor elements of the filter separator elements exceeds 25%, 25 psi. The following quality monitor graphic plot turn downwards, indicating rupture. The filter quality monitor graph plot fails to increase the extend period, indicating either ruptured elements, improper insulation, whether the fuel quality monitor elements require replacement filters and filter separators or strainers upstream. The monitor shall inspect the contamination and contamination issues source identified in stop 545. Micronic fillers are mainly to remove dirt and particles, impurities from the engine fuels. Lubricants available for all types of systems. Wide variable receptacle elements. 5451. Description: micronic filters differ from the filter separators mainly in the type of elements used. In the general absence of the accessories, there are no coalescers elements or filter elements used in designing to. Here is another fuel quality monitor. It starts with a V-band holding the head of the basket and the retainer and the springs of the fuses from the inlet and through the gauge connection and through the fuel quality monitor through the outlet. And the move of the only coarser particles, usually 10 microns or larger. They are also to remove large amounts of free water. These incidentally to the main function of the removing dirt. Most micronic filters have one or more manual drains to move water to allow conditional the fueling filter to be observed in C figure 545. 5452 maintenance. The frequency of micronic filter elements replacement depends on separating conditions, including the characteristics of fueling, being filter fitness, of filtration, required quality of the fuel filtered in a given period. The following consideration combined with experience gained in individual installation should be used in the guidance of the element replacement. The replacement of the elements which they are filtered and fuel becomes visual, dirty and discolored. Monitor and differentiation pressure ratings 25 psi, more usually indicating dirty filter elements. Replacing elements, differential pressure suddenly drops in normal flow, indicating breakthrough. In monitor and service deterioration, filter elements that have been serviced in 24 months more should be inspected. The chemical and physical deterioration, if drains present, they should be opened in the regular scheduled basis directly in technical and manual until the clear fuel sample is obtained. 546 relaxation chambers. The relaxation chambers are used in petroleum handling operation dissipate relaxation chambers. Relaxation chambers are used in petroleum handling operations to dissipate static electricity and fuel created in the pipe flow or filtering, as stated in section 1312. The petroleum fuel is held in the contact of the wall ground system at least 30 seconds of static charge present, so to dissipate, reducing potential or fire explosion. 5461 description. A relaxation chamber is basically a tank inserted in the pipeline between a filter separated discharge point to ensure the fuel relaxation time at least 30 seconds prior to the discharge. 546 maintenance requirements for the relaxation chamber is relative member. The relaxation chamber should be free at the bottom of the water accumulation through the use of low point drain and attached to the chamber within the relaxation chamber follows the filter separation of the pipeline. Draining should be very infrequent action. Here is a micronic filter. It shows the contaminated product, the sand scale sludge, and the water and the clean product. It goes through the handles of the vents and removal cover in the swing bowls, and in the catcher is the mounting. That's the head mounting through filtered cartridges in the center seal, and then out through a baffle and through the inlet baffle, and from the inlet baffle through an outlet baffle. Relaxation chambers venting system should be working properly. The vents should be the same as those of the petroleum storage tanks. The chamber grounding system should be periodically tested, ensuring proper conductivity. Finally, relaxation chamber is equipped with a relief valve, and the valve should be properly calibrated. 5.5 strainers.